This is a monumental time within the life of Madison Square Church Ford campus. We believe that Jesus is alive and that he is transforming lives. God is calling people to himself, and he's releasing them to make an impact in their homes, in their families, marriages, in the workplace.
7 years ago, when multi-sites were launched through Madison Square Church, our first multi-site was at the Gerald R. Ford Academic Center. The one thing that we want to see happen, though, is we need a home. It is wonderful to be in relationship with Grand Rapids Public Schools, but we really believe we can be a far greater asset if we are rooted here in the community for the long haul. We want to see a place of transformation happen where ministry is going on 7 days a week, and the community sees this building and sees this church as an asset to this neighborhood. And we believe God can do that.
I grew up in this community my whole life, and I love the community. One thing that you know about this community is that everyone is always outside. People are excited, people have a lot of fun, but there are also a lot of challenges that come with this community, like fatherless homes. And what one of my hopes is that 415 Franklin can serve in that capacity and help bridge those gaps and bring more homes to a healthy state.
Well, the Christian Reformed Church really gathered in this neighborhood. This is where lots of people lived. And so their idea that Christian education was so important for their children meant they built a high school here. And then during the 60s, when there were riots, it changed quickly, and lots of institutions left. And this one also left in about 1972. 50 years of being rooted in this neighborhood, and then people basically left the inner city.
But come the 1970s, DHS, the Department of Human Services, came in here, and they operated the building for about 40 years.
Back in the day when my daughters, I used to have to come here. And, you know, that was very stressful because at a time when you're going through so much and you have to rely on the government to help you, and then people want to act like it's your fault you're in that situation, or treat you like you're less than other people because you're going through some things. So I always felt like, Lord, if we could get in there and make something different in this building so it could have a different focus.
You know, some of the construction companies do redaptive and redemptive restoration on buildings, and we feel like God is doing a work with this building here as well as in the community.
Over the last number of years, we as a church, we have been praying over every room, every hallway, every doorway from the basement up into the roof. And over that time, I can't count how many laps of prayer we have done around this space, imagining what would it look like if the church were to be present here within this space. And by God's grace, we received this building in February of 2015.
My brother Bob and I donated the building to Madison because we felt Madison had the best opportunity and the best resources in people and in Jesus followers to make a difference in this community.
But this is where you come in. If you have a heartbeat for God-honoring Christian community development, whether it's around businesses or nonprofits or educational entities, we want to extend the invitation to you to join us and to come alongside and empower the community. But let's keep it real for a moment. You don't have to be old or wealthy or young. This is about all of us together for the gospel. We believe in the invitation to join the kingdom of God already present here in the neighborhood. And here's how. Number one, would you pray with us as we prepare for this important step? Number two, would you also entertain the question, how might I give to this? But then number three, also think about how to partner and come alongside with us. Because when I imagine this place becoming a home of thriving worship, I can see Jeremiah 29 verse 7 on the walls. But for you now, seek the peace of the city. For when you seek the peace and the prosperity of the city, you too shall prosper. So would you join us as we live out the gospel both here for this generation and for the generations to come?